Hello, everybody. Welcome to the weekend. How are you? So, today, this is a message about what you don't see coming. And boy, howdy, February's astrology is really off the hook. I'm going to be doing a special video about what's happening in February and how you might want to work with it. I will be talking to each zodiac sign about that. So, keep your eyes peeled. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button so you get notified when I put up videos. Also, those of you who are in my moon membership, Manifesting with the Moon, to do that, you just have to hit that join button. I'm going to be doing a live on February 12th. And we are going to be inviting the astrology folks, the live astrology folks, and the mapping your timeline astrology folks to this live. I am going to be talking about the eclipse, okay? And how you might want to work with that energy, how your chart might be impacted with that energy. There's a lot happening in February. So just get ready for that invitation. If you're not part of any of those three things, jump onto whichever one you want. The Mapping Your Timeline is my astrology course. I do astrology live on Thursdays, most Thursdays of the month, and also my Manifesting with the Moon people. All right, February 12th. Be there, be square. Underneath is the guides. New life. The truth. And trust. So I'm doing things a little bit differently today. I'm pulling these cards as sort of an overview of February. I'm going to go from Aquarius all the way around to Pisces individually to pull cards. But I want to say to you that these three cards plus this trust card are going to be informing each of the cards because my intention is what we don't see coming in February. So the guides are trying to speak with you. I've been getting a lot of meditation type cards in my own readings. And so you are going to want to pay attention to, grounding yourself more. This is a time, when all of the big planets are making their final entries into air and fire, away from earth and water. Grounding is going to be necessary more than ever. If you have a lot of earth in your chart and water in your chart, this time may feel very confusing and very upending. If you've got a lot of air and fire, you might feel pretty comfortable, but really grounding is what you need in order to be able to use the energies in a positive way. So there is a new life coming in, and I keep getting this. Boy, howdy, the truths that are going to come out in the month of February are going to blow your mind. Okay. So that's for everybody. And I will pull additional cards from let's use this deck. This is the Denise Lynn deck. So let's start with Aquarius. And you, Aquarius, all of the planets trooping through Aquarius are going to be squaring Uranus and Taurus. So there is a lot of activity at the end of Aquarius. So if you have your sun or ascendant or midheaven or any planet at late degrees of Aquarius, these are going to be impacted as a square to Uranus. Now, what does that mean? A square to Uranus is about surprise. And it can be about truths coming out. It can be about those things. You need to look at your particular chart to see what's really relevant for you. But let's just get a sense for Aquarius. All these readings are Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. All right, let's get going. So for Aquarius, impasse. Reflect and redirect your energy. Let's see what's coming through for Aquarians. This is a time when you might feel like things are stuck, but they're really not. You have a lot more power right now than you think you do. You're just trying to be, Aquarius is a fixed sign. So there's a sense of like a little bit of being bullheaded. Like, I'm just going to keep doing this one thing. And by golly, I'm going to break through that wall. Let's see what the reading has to say. Underneath is this 9 of Cups. We got the Wheel of Fortune, the 9 of Swords, the King of Cups, 9 of Pentacles. I like this. And the 10 of Wands. So we've got that's interesting. We don't have the Nine of Wands. We've got the Nine of Cups, Nine of Swords, Nine of Pentacles. We have the Ten of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. So this is for Aquarians. This has already moved into a new chapter. You've already moved into a new chapter, and there is some anxiety around that. Could be dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. The opportunity is for compassion. And not compassion in the sense of codependency or doing things for somebody else. It's that you need to, in order to like break through this wall, this might be a relationship wall or relationships in your life in general, in order to break through whatever's frustrating you right now. Your job is to have more compassion and empathy for the other person or people involved, or have more, like, soften your view on what's going on. Soften it. Okay? Nine of Pentacles, you're in a good place here. I like this, self-confident place, like you know where you're going and all of that. The problem is this, I'm just going to keep doing this one thing, and like, you better know, and you better figure it out, and you better, like, there's something, and you could even be punishing yourself that way. Like, maybe there's nobody else involved and you're just telling yourself like, you're so stupid. You can't get breakthrough. You can't get this. You can't do that. You can't do this. You should be better at this. Whatever that inner voice is. That's the thing to work with, because that's the thing to put down. You've been dragging this around for too long. All right, Aquarius, you've been dragging this around for too long. It's time to be, this is more compassion and empathy in a way that says, I'm going to help you through it. Okay, if we can't go directly at it, then what's the other way? Like, let's be a little less directive about something. Lovers, Gemini, Three of Cups, the Seven of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. So there's definitely something here that says, maybe even other people are telling you this, that like, stop, there's something that you are being very stubborn about. And the thing is that you would win even more. You would win and get through this impasse if you were to just change your approach and soften your heart a little bit. There's a demanding nature to that reading that could get you in trouble in February. I'm just going to say that there's so much, especially if you have planets at the end of Aquarius. I would watch it, like, being, too directive or demanding of something could blow up in your face. So just soften your approach, and that will probably work. Okay. So that's for Aquarius. At the end of all these readings, I will pull cards for everybody. Pisces. Rejuvenating rain. Beautiful energy. We've got the North Node in your sign right now. Pisces, we still have Saturn in your sign at the very end, 29 degrees. So there's something here, clear the past, heal the present, really asking you to do those things. All right, hold on one second here, Pisces. What's going on? Oh, check you out. Here's the Fool, new beginnings. Empress, Two of Pentacles, the Temperance card, that's Sagittarius, Page of Swords, and the outcome is the Three of Cups. So I feel like you got a lot of options right now. This is a new path for you. When Saturn moves into Aries pretty soon, you already had Neptune leave your sign. I'm gonna brighten this up for myself. You already had Neptune move into Aries just this week. And let's see here. Sorry, I want to brighten this up a little bit. There we go. Okay, that's better. Neptune loves being in your sign of Pisces, very nurturing energy there. But the thing is that Neptune needed to move on. Neptune has been in your sign for 14 years. And there's a sense of like, I haven't been moving forward because I've been so comfortable. There's something about being too comfortable. And the message that's coming in is saying, like, it's almost like you need to get out of your hermit mode right now. There are other people who are ready to be in your life. Temperance energy suggests maybe there is some kind of love that's trying to be in your life. What is the Three of Cups? Lovers. Woo, Devil energy, High Priestess, and wow, all major arcana cards. There is definitely something or somebody trying to enter your life. Gemini, Capricorn, Cancer, Virgo, Sagittarius here. I got Taurus here too, Taurus, Libra, lots of different signs here. So there's a sense of like you're manifesting someone to come into your life, but you got to get out of the hermit mode. The hermit mode is blocking this new beginning. So if you're like in any way, shape, or form, just feeling like, well, I feel comfortable here, or I'm just gonna hang out with the people I feel comfortable with. Right. I don't necessarily feel like this is about breaking out of your comfort zone. Okay. We have the North Node transiting through your sign as well. It is going to shift into Aquarius this year away from Pisces. And so there's definitely some kind of soulmate relationship that's trying to come through, but the comfort zone thing is blocking it. So break out of that, Pisces. Especially break away from the comfort of people that you know. This is a new person. Okay. And it could be a best friend. It could be a business partner. It could be the love of your life, whatever. You're never going to find out unless you break out of your comfort zone. Okay. So that's for Pisces. That's for Pisces. All right. Let's move on to Aries. And I already pulled the card because I thought I just jumped Pisces. Sorry, I just jumped Pisces. So Aries, you're next. I already pulled your card. Narrow pathway, tread thoughtfully. All right, so let's see here. No, I like it over here. Come on over here. There's definitely this messages trying to come through about trusting the journey, Aries. Like I said in the Pisces reading, we have Saturn still in Pisces, but we just had Neptune moving into your sign this month, or this past week. And in February, Saturn and Neptune are going to conjoin at 0 degrees of Aries at the world axis point. And honestly, Saturn and Neptune have been dancing and been within a half a degree 2025 into now. So we just had this retrograde where those two planets went back into Pisces. So take a look back at last summer and how Neptune and Saturn being in your sign, what was going on for you? Okay, what was going on for you? Queen of Swords. It is about seeing clearly the road ahead. 4 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles. Wow. The 5 of Swords, Queen of Wands, and the 7 of Wands. Boy, howdies, there's some resistance here. It's like there are thieves and villains on the road. Not every person is going to be welcoming to you like you are. You have this really strong, powerful energy right now. And that Saturn and Neptune are going to be like not taking any bullshit from anybody. Okay. However, if you're in need of assistance, which you may be, there are also people around you who can help. This is going to be about discernment. Who around me, are you a good witch or a bad witch, right? Who around me is going to benefit my path forward or help me on my path forward, help me with my quest? I'm really getting a Bilbo Baggins vibe here. Like, who's going to help on the quest forward and who's going to be a hindrance? And at certain times, and he definitely had to get out of his comfort zone for that, the Lord of the Rings, that trilogy of those movies. Like, he, in order to become the Bilbo Baggins that is the hero of the films, of the stories, there's definitely a sense of him being very timid at first, but ultimately, like, using the power of the ring and using the power of his own, he gains a lot of confidence along the road. And also, I'm just being very basic with that set of movies. But what really needs to happen is he gains confidence. Aries, I don't really think you have a lack of confidence. I've never thought that about Aries, but there might be something that's happened that has really hurt your trust, and in some part of your life, and that part of your life is being activated right now. And this is going to be a very powerful couple of years, especially for you, Aries. And you're going to have to, like, step in, being a leader, leaning into things that are important to you, and being discerning about who's helpful to me, who's good for me, and who's not good for me. And those things might look different depending on what's going on in front of you. So somebody who is a good partner in terms of money may be a terrible partner, like a business partner, maybe a terrible love partner, right? Like, the situation is going to determine, who's a good witch and who's a bad witch. And, or, it's just like, for me, you got to add that on to the end of that sentence. So this is definitely about leaning into your creativity and not just staying in your cave, right? You got to come out and you've got to face the battles, and you've got to face, you got to face the dragons. You've got to face your fears. This year is going to be very much about that. And knowing who to partner with when is the key. Okay. So that's for you, Aries. No wonder I was so excited about getting to that reading. This is going to be a big year for Aries. I was really just talking about this week, but that's a bigger reading. So, all right. So that's for Aries. Let's look at Taurus. I've been talking a lot about Taurus, you having Uranus at 26 degrees. It's going to go direct in February, and then it's going to square everything in Aquarius, including the eclipse. That's why I'm doing the live for my astrology folks this month. There's so much to it. There is so much to it. So let's see for you, particular Taurus, what's going on for you. Beautiful. Grounding, go deep, explore your roots. This can be a little upending. Uranus is very much Uranus rules Aquarius, and all of the fixed signs, Aquarius, Taurus, Leo, and Scorpio, are going to really feel this eclipse. And you, especially because of Uranus being in your sign. Okay. What's also at 26 degrees of Taurus is something called Algol, which is a malefic fixed star that basically pushes you to process rage, process unhealed wounds, things like that. If you haven't done that, then they're going to pop out at the worst moments. So grounding and doing your healing is really what's necessary for Taurus right now. 4 of Swords, 3 of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, opportunity is the 3 of Wands. Interesting. Woo! 7 of Swords, and the outcome, I like this, is the Ace of Wands. This is about you being discerning, a little bit similar to Aries. This is about you being discerning and putting in the effort and labor to healing yourself. There's some unexpected lying liars and the lies they tell coming in. Some of you may suddenly be aware of the liar and the lies they're telling you. And that may be a big awakening for some of you. Okay. You might be like, oh, I can't believe this person lied to me. And like a devastating, like it might feel really devastating. You thought of this person as being, maybe you revered this person as being very grounded and down to earth. And in fact, liar. Okay. Liar or sneaky or something going on in the back. You're just like, I can't believe this person's a liar. If I believe that, that will upend my whole identity. I've built my whole life around the fact that this person is trustworthy. Okay. And now I'm seeing that maybe they're not. Okay. It's upending my identity. King of Pentacles. Six of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. Okay, Temperance. This is a lesson being brought in, especially to those of you who have partners. This is about money. And this is about money and about, healing your, if the only thing that makes you feel stable and secure is having a lot of money in the bank, what we're looking for is another way to make you feel stable and secure. That's the lesson here. And it's sort of like helping you grow to understand that you are your own stability. You are your own safety. And if you're looking to other people to be that safety, got to look inward, got to look to yourself to be that safety. There's going to be some new, what's the word? Like, inspirations. Thank you. Inspirations coming in that are asking you to go in that direction, maybe invest money, invest time, because this is also about time. And, Saturn moving out of Pisces, it has been sextiling your sign of Taurus. And sextiles are about, have you done the work? Like sextiles only work if you activate them. And if you haven't done the spiritual clearing work around feeling safe and secure, then things might happen this month that may, sort of force you into this grounding place. I need to get grounded. I need to heal. What's coming up for me? Trust issues around money or around someone's time. They're not telling me where they are. That could show up. What's this Ace of Wands? Ace of Wands, Two of Swords, Five of Wands, Knight of Wands, and lots of Knights and the Knight of Swords. So there's definitely some kind of like argument, fight, conflict that is arising this month. And you'll see that the need for you to, especially if you have anything at, 26 degrees of Taurus, pay attention to that. Like if you have your ascendant at 26 degrees of Taurus, then there might be a lot of arguing and fighting around, and you might have to present yourself in a different way in the world. If you're presenting yourself as I only feel safe, either connected to somebody who has money or, making money or whatever, you may have to lean into being a creative, which doesn't really have anything to do with making money. And that's something, your creativity, your art, your, and not really your communication, but something that you create yourself, right? It's like learning how to fish. Something you create yourself generates money. Yes. But you find some kind of peace in the fact that I push this button and money shows up for me. So it's that might be too simplistic. It's really about the creative process that's making you feel more grounded and making you feel more safe, rather than it's external to me. That there's this dollars and change and stuff. That's a thing that's outside of me that goes up and down, and definitely is happening this month, can go up and down. And this is really about you understanding that you are the thing that's going to make you feel safe. Okay. That's the healing that needs to happen. All right. So there's some new ideas coming in, which will be inspiring for you, and putting in the time and effort is really going to bring about safety and security for you, as opposed to, somebody else making you feel safe. It's got to come from you. All right. So that is for Taurus. Let's look to Gemini. All right, my Geminis, what's going on with you? Begin now. What's happening here? Begin now. That new life card, along with the guides, are really making me feel like Spirit is speaking truth into these readings in terms of what does it mean to turn the page? What does it mean to have this time period where the astrology is so obviously bringing us into a new era? Okay. So Gemini, there's Ace of Pentacles. Oh, I love that. That's beautiful. 10 of Cups. More beautifulness. 8 of Cups. Wow. The Temperance card, that's Sagittarius. Wow, some of you are walking away from a relationship this month that has run its course. Okay? Queen of Pentacles, and the outcome is the 9 of Cups. Walking away. This is much more empowered. So you're like, yep, that's done. 10 of Cups. 10 is like the end of the road, right? And then 8 of Cups says, okay, that was a chapter in my life, and Spirit is bringing in opportunities for me. And so I am going to walk towards, 8, 9, 10 is a really nice sort of progression here. This 9 of Cups says, I have new dreams now, new plans, new dreams. And it's going to come from me doing things for me. It's, again, very similar to Taurus. It's not about external people at all. It's about what my dreams are. And sometimes we don't know what our dreams are if growing up our dreams get squashed or we're told that that's dumb or whatever, So talk to me more about the dreams and the goals. Begin now. Take your first step. 2 of Swords, 4 of Swords, the 6 of Wands, and the 6 of Swords. So more moving forward energy. I feel like there's some little bit of healing here that will be completed when you walk away from this situation, right? Or you have already. Okay. I feel like that happened maybe last year, and now it's like completed. There's some kind of end date to it. And there might need to be some healing, but I feel like you have done a lot of work inside you and you're overcoming this. 6 of Swords, more moving forward energy. Gemini, love, love, love this. And what's coming up, even though you don't see it, is this Ace of Pentacles. So the planting of the seed for the future has already happened. All right, has already happened. I'm looking at the crops in this card you see over there, like right here. There's like crops already planted. They're starting to come up. So something about spring. Hermit, Chariot, wow. Emperor, and the Ace of Cups. Oh my goodness. So this can be about your not just doing the work of the healing, but there's some kind of wisdom growing within you that makes it like your dynamic energy about moving forward, the Aries energy, the Cancer energy, very cardinal energy of moving forward in life. And the seed for the future of what you want is planted. So you're going to get some opportunities for that dream, whatever dream you have. I feel like moving away from this relationship, even if it was good, like maybe a good relationship was holding you back, or if it just completed, just had run its course, right? This is now about your dream alone. What is my special dream? What do I love? What do I want? How do I want to spend my time? That's going to be showing up probably in the spring. So I feel like what you don't see coming is that this is completed. Okay? This relationship is completed, and Spirit is asking you to take actionable steps toward your dream. So you may have this dream. It's not enough to just have the dream and just sit around manifesting it. I'm feeling the feelings. You need to now use your hands to take tangible action. That's what it means to have Saturn and Neptune move into Aries, which is about the beginnings of things. And we're no longer going to sit around and be talking about the past. It is about the future. So take some tangible action, Gemini. That's going to be really positive for you this month. Okay, let's see. Cancer. Wise leader. What is going on for you? You are a beacon for others. So some of you are stepping in. It's sort of like right now, like, what is your role in the world? We see the world, what's happening in the world and everything. It's like, what is my actual role? What am I here to do? Cancerians, there's definitely some kind of leadership role for you. You are a beacon for others. Let's see what the reading says here. Page of Swords. That message has been trying to get through for quite a while. Oh, look at this. Ace of Wands. Page of Cups. Lighthearted, playful. Could be children, definitely with Cancerians. Knight of Cups. Nine of Swords. And Two of Wands. I feel like you had an opportunity at one point, and maybe you didn't take it. And now you're like, oh my God, why didn't I take that opportunity? I feel like about face, you're going back to maybe a person or a relationship or an opportunity that you passed up. You might have to apologize, just like, okay, I didn't see how important this was to me back then, but now I do. And I want to, what do you want to do with this? Okay. I don't know if this person's the leader or you're the leader, Cancer. Two of Wands. Four of Cups, Six of Wands, Five of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. So this feels like you've been fighting with yourself about this. And you want to come out the winner. So, like, for me to say, you might have to apologize or at least offer some kind of explanation. It's not an excuse. It's an explanation. That might have chafed. That might have not felt good. Okay. Saturn and Neptune moving into Aries. We just had Neptune move into Aries this week. And so that illusion you had about like this dreaminess about like, oh, this person, it's just going to come together. I don't know. It's like there's no action being taken on my part. You might need to take action. If you want something to happen, you got to do something. Okay. Saturn's going to be moving into the sign of Aries, squaring you on the 12th of February. And then we have the eclipse. And that is going to bring about a lot of, how shall I say this? Like tweaking or little incremental changes that you need to make in order for this to happen. And maybe a little apology is one of them. Or just like, you know, I feel like I passed this opportunity. I don't know. Apology seems too strong to me. It's sort of like, hey, remember when this happened? I should have done something different. And I want to talk about that now. That's what I mean. So I don't know. That's not really an apology. That's not like, oh, I totally messed up. That's not really that. Some of you who did mess up are probably going to need to say that. But if it's something that's more like, I made a mistake, I passed on this, you might need to say that. Okay? Leo. What's going on with Leo? Passion and pleasure. Savor your life. Wow. That is a very Leo kind of card. Okay. Very Leo. So the Aquarian eclipse is in opposition to you, right? It's a new moon. So the sun and moon are together. And we are having your full moon on the 1st of February, Leo. So you might be keying in on that as part of this reading, because that is happening, you know, tomorrow. Okay. 8 of Wands underneath. The Knight of Cups. 2 of Wands. The 6 of Wands. King of Cups, and the Fool. So the new beginning starts. There's something here about you being compassionate with yourself. I feel like you want to win at something. I feel like you want to win at something, or you're going to win at something by just making the decision and moving forward. Just do it and get going. Okay? Don't sit around. This King of Cups is making me feel like there's some unhealed heart wounds here. And that's part of this decision. Like, I'm just going to make a choice. I'm going to move forward. Whether you're making an offer to somebody who's oh yeah, here's Lover's card. Somebody who's a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Gemini. Okay, Leo, what's going on here? What's going on here? Magician in reverse. Excuse me. 7 of Swords. Woo! All right, 10 of Swords. This is about being a little gun shy. I feel that you're blocking some kind of manifestation. You're blocking some kind of movement forward. Just take action and move forward. You're blocking maybe a new chance at love, or you're blocking a person because they are a liar and a cheat, and it's stopping you from like doing this final action to just move forward. Okay, it's stopping you. It's like there's something in you that says this person doesn't deserve, and that might be true, but you just got to get on the road. You got to get on your new path. You're blocking forward movement in your life because this person's been a jerk, a cheat, or a thief of some kind. You just got to put an end to it. Just be finished with it. And even if you don't, but you want to win. And so I'm not putting an end to it because I want to win. And, energetically, that's what's happening. The messages that are coming through to you are like, hey, you will be able to manifest no matter what happens. The ending of this is here. And so in order to build and move on in your life, you got to rip the Band-Aid off here. 9 of Wands, Temperance card, 5 of Wands, and the Devil card. Yeah. So I see Sag and Capricorn here. This is really about something that I was too optimistic about that turned out to not be good for me. And I didn't see this person clearly. They did a lot of hiding their feelings, or hiding their feelings. They weren't good at their feelings at all. So you're going to just have to, in order to get to the good stuff, you're going to have to do this one thing that you may not want. You may have to break up with somebody. You may have to tell somebody no. You may have to finally just say, this is the end of this. I'm going to need to leave this job, something like that. But you're going in a good direction. Just keep that in mind. Okay, Leo? Okay. And the full moon in Leo shines a light on what this thing is. Okay. Virgo, what is happening for you, my darlings? Oh, check you out. Stepping into power. You are strong beyond measure. Wow. Okay. No matter what truth comes through, no matter what is ahead of you, I feel like you are getting out of that cave. You're getting out of that comfort zone. And I feel like you're getting more and more comfortable getting out of the comfort zone. Okay. 9 of Swords underneath. You're showing up as the Page of Cups. Ace of Wands. This is about like, quit screwing around. You got someplace to go. This is, the Page of Cups. You can think of the Page of Cups as like lighthearted, playful, and this is not lighthearted and playful. Okay. This is a serious business. Ace of Wands. This is more like it. Knight of Pentacles. There you are, Virgo. And that's actually a Virgo card. So the opportunity is for you to move from this, like, I feel like that's a little bit, like a coping mechanism. Like I just, when things get tough, I go skiing. I go to the beach. I just go to do something that I enjoy. And like I don't think there's really anything wrong with that, except for you're missing a really good opportunity by kind of wasting time. And I feel like underneath that. All right, Virgo, you know it. You're screwing around. The Empress, Venus, and look at that. You're definitely stepping into something really good here, but you're going to have to put your shoulder into it. Okay? You can't just kind of continue to spin in what you're doing. You have an opportunity here, and it's time to seize the opportunity. Carpe effin diem, Virgo. Seize the opportunity that's right in front of you. I like this. 9 of Pentacles and Venus here is the Empress. So in the month of February, Venus is going to be conjunct the North Node in Pisces. And that is basically saying to us that we need to go toward what our heart is telling us. And it's going to be effort. This is not going to be staying where you are. Okay? Like, so if you're in a job that is, you're just kind of like marking time, it's time to really embrace a new opportunity instead of just like screwing around with where you are. Okay. So the opportunity, Ace of Wands. Okay. 5 of Swords. Sun. I like it. Sun, Star, King of Cups, and the 6 of Wands. So that 5 of Swords jumped out, and I feel like that's kind of like a, hey, just be aware of who's around you. Pay more attention to other people's agendas. There are people around you who don't want to see you succeed. That might not be that big a deal, especially because you're going toward this Sun and Star and, 6 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles, like going in a good direction. You put money and time and effort into doing this. There's something here, like, what is your enemy? And Virgo, the enemy of Virgo is perfectionism. I don't start anything because I'm afraid I'm going to be bad at it, and so I don't do it at all. That's the enemy. And that needs to go. By the time the South Node moves out of Virgo and into Leo, it's going to be about creativity. And right now your enemy is that you're wanting to be, perfect right out of the gate. And that's something that is really stopping you. One of the things I saw a video yesterday, and this is relevant for Virgo. I saw this video from a therapist yesterday talking about one of the things he's noticed in his clients is an absolute difficulty with learning new things or struggling to gain some kind of mastery. The people have no patience for it. I should be perfect right out of the gate. And like that is stopping you. That is absolutely stopping you. So it's time to step into your power and have some tolerance for being new at something. Okay. Libra, what's going on for you? Traveling lightly, are we? Yes. So purge. I'm a Libra rising, and every weekend I spend some time, cleaning out a closet, bringing clothes to be donated every single weekend for the past, 2 months. We seem to get a snowstorm every weekend, so it works just beautifully. Something about simplifying your life, making things less complicated, Libra. 6 of Cups underneath. 10 of Pentacles. Wow. The Lover's card. Oh my word. Opportunity. Queen of Wands. That's Leo. That's about leaning into creativity. The Star. 5 of Cups. Oh my goodness. So there's something, I feel like that 5 of Cups is the thing to offload. There's some kind of disappointment you might have had in love in general, with relationships, with family. That's family card. So it's time to really offload that disappointment. Stop hauling it around with you. Heal it. Knight of Wands, 2 of Pentacles, the Devil card. Oh yeah. And the 7 of Pentacles. You have been dragging around some kind of sadness for too long. And you stepping into this new opportunity, you're going to have to purge that baggage that you've had since childhood. So with Saturn and Neptune moving into Aries, that is your opposite sign. Okay. And so, Neptune moving into Aries right now, and Neptune is basically saying spiritual growth comes from taking action, not from sitting in your victim story. Okay. So it's time to offload that. It's time to heal that. And it's time to stop, like, keep going back to it in terms of like lovers in your life or people. Stop picking people. And the way to stop picking people who are narcissists or who like relive this same pattern over and over again, healing and letting it go. Release. That's what's going to help you, Libra. And this looks really good to me. It feels like you're stepping in to the age of Aquarius in a very positive way. Aquarius is another air sign. So you got to offload that 5 of Cups. Anybody who's disappointed you, you might be telling yourself stories around their intentions. It's time to get out of this old story. Gemini is also for you. Okay. Gemini is also an air sign. And that is very powerful energy. When we have Uranus moving into Gemini, it's about your voice. Okay. So that's going to happen later this year. I'll talk more about that as we get closer. All right. Scorpio, what about you, my darling? Desert Passage, trust that there is a divine plan. We got another trust card up here in the general card pull that I did. So there's something, double trust. We gotta, there's a unknown territory here for Scorpio, and you're being asked to go in a direction that you've never been in before. Okay, you've never been in before. So let's see. All right, underneath is the Knight of Wands, Sagittarius energy. Oh, you're showing up as the 5 of Cups. What have you lost recently? King of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Sag. Healing. Healing a loss, a heart loss. Wheel of Fortune, and yeah, healing, another healing card, the Star. It's time to, just like I said with Libra, it's time to stop wallowing around in this. I don't mean to be unsympathetic, but Neptune moving into Aries says we're done with our victim stories. Okay. And so if you've had a heart loss, it's really time to dig in and deal with this work, because time's a wasting. It's almost like you need to move forward. You're standing still. You need to move forward, Scorpio. 3 of Swords. Oh yeah. The Devil card, the 2 of Swords, and the Page of Wands. So this is a childhood thing. I feel like you had a very karmic connection with somebody, and it may be over, but that karmic connection is sticking around. Okay. I don't feel like you've really unhooked from that person. And there is something about money involved, that's how you're keeping hold of this person, is money or inheritance or, I don't know, something legal, but it's time to move on from that. And it doesn't mean like you donate the money to charity. It just means it's time to stop using that money as the healing part. That's not the healing part. That's a result of what happened with you, but you're still in this, and it's time to move on. Okay. It's time to move on. Definitely some childhood thing about money. You know, like I didn't get anything from my parents, or I had, a bad, a divorce kind of cleaned me out, or, when the banks fell off a cliff in 2008, I got wiped out and I'm still hanging on to that. Mostly it's about a love partner though, or someone you loved that you felt not taken care of by, or something like that. All right. So that's this is trust that there's a divine plan. There's a reason for it. There's a reason for it. Okay. Scorpio. Now, Sag, what's going on for my Saggies? Taking shelter. The answers are within. Asking you to really go within. There's some truth that needs to come to the surface. Sag. There's some truth that needs to come to the surface. What is that about? Taking shelter. This is going to be a time to huddle down. I just get this like, shelter in kind of feeling. You need to do this. 6 of Pentacles underneath. Queen of Pentacles. Yes, take good care of yourself. 6 of Cups. Situation, opportunity, Queen of Swords. A little bit like Scorpio, something about childhood, about what makes you feel worthy. It's a self-worth wound. King of Pentacles. Wow. 5 of Swords. Ace of Swords. Knight of Cups. Wheel of Fortune, and the Knight of Wands. Wow. So this could be an ex or your exes in general, seeing the reason for the relationships in your life is going to, and seeing the people who've been manipulative, who have not told you the truth, who, especially in romantic partnerships, there could have been one or all of your spouses, your boyfriends, your girlfriends, your romantic partners, or people who are very powerful in your life, are bringing you to some kind of truth, some kind of understanding. And you've had a lot of manipulative people in your life. Wow. Like, don't get into another relationship. I feel like there is another relationship coming in or trying to come in, but don't do it until you've done the healing work around the exes and the childhood wound. And it has to do with unavailable partners or unrequited love. This is the thing to heal. You might have felt that you did not get love from a partner, and maybe multiple partners. It's time to really look at that. Okay, because there is a new love partner coming in. Here's your card with the Wheel of Fortune. And this is a card, this is a Sag card too, with this Knight of Wands. One more, please. Yeah. Okay. It's running your life. It's a belief system around what I'm worthy of, or what I deserve. And I got a lot of breadcrumbing. I got a lot of people who didn't really give me a lot. And I thought that that was normal. It's not. Okay, Sag. So it's time to heal this pronto. All righty, Sag. So this is definitely about a partner. This can also, this could be a business partner too, because it's money related, and it's money, it's value, it's worth, self-worth, things like that. Okay, Sag. So this is a belief system that's keeping you from the thing you want in your life, whether it's money or love. There's a belief system that you need, the answers are within. It says it right here. All right, moving on from Saggies. Whoopsie. We got Capricorn, and then I'll pull cards for everybody at the end here. So Cappies. Hold on. Okay. Capricorn, for you, my darlings. Let's do that. Capricorn, solitude. In silence, peace prevails. She's got a little owl on her shoulder. So I feel like there's something about spirit guides whispering in your ear. You got to stop the chatter. Like, stop having every single moment of your life taken up with productivity. Okay? Do more piece up moments in time. 15 minutes, 20 minutes, half hour, when you're not doom scrolling, you're not catching up on emails, you're not listening to the TV in the background, nothing. You're going to need to do that because Spirit has been trying to get your attention. Knight of Cups underneath. Ace of Swords. Oh, yeah. Truth. Truths. Hierophant. Wow. That's Taurus energy. Ten of Swords. Something about a relationship. A truth about a relationship that you're ignoring or you're trying not to notice. Something you're trying not to notice about a partnership or somebody that's close to you. Could be a romantic partner. Three of Wands and the Five of Swords. Oh my. You're making yourself busy or productive so you can feel better. There's some truth that you either have to say or that you don't want to hear. Okay, Five of Swords. Wow, this is about don't turn your back on this person, right? He turns his back. Ten of Swords. Six of Cups. Two of Pentacles. Four of Cups. And the World. Okay, so this is, okay. There's somebody that you feel very nostalgic about. There's somebody or some, it's definitely a person, someone that you have been giving the benefit of the doubt to for way too long. This could even be a child that you're, someone who is unwilling to grow up. And, I don't think Capricorn has a lot of patience for that, but for some reason, you're letting this person like get away with murder. And you don't want to hear it. You don't want to know about it, but that time has come to an end. It's not necessarily, well, it can be about your growth. It's more about this person. Like you're an active agent in someone's life. And it is about you coming to the end of your tether because we got the World card. Like this person may be, treading water in life, and the only way they're gonna live their life is if you stop coddling them. Listen to me, I sound like my father. If you let this, but like support growth, but don't support indulgence. There's something here that you feel is too self-indulgent, and hey, people can do what they want, but there's something about it is impacting you in some way. And like you're co-signing it, and it's internally causing some issues. I don't want to co-sign this. Okay. All right. So that's everybody. So now let's look at everybody. I'm going to do a reading for everybody watching. All right. So I will go back to using this deck. What's important that we all hear as we're on the cusp of February 2026, which promises to be a very powerful year. Yeah, you heard me right. That was not a mistake. Okay. This is probably the most powerful month of the year. Underneath is the Nature Spirits card. Water. Grounded. Very important right now. Meditate. So what's really important is being able to figure out what your role is right now with the world, the way it is. You're seeing things going on around you. Like, what is my role here? And there's definitely something about being grounded and getting out in nature more, listening to your guides. They're trying to tell you, they're trying to share with you information. Okay. So let's see. Hierophant underneath. There's Taurus. Like I was saying, we have Uranus at the end of Taurus. Uranus is going direct on the 3rd, the 4th of February at this very important degree of Taurus, 26 degrees. 26 degrees is where Algol sits. And Algol is a malefic. It's really about things that haven't been healed or processed come to light. And especially with Uranus there, Uranus is like, surprise. So there's triggers and then there's triggers. Okay. This, wow. Here's the Aries energy. Hermit. Wow. Fool. We are going to see something revealed about the Emperor. Some kind of thing. Stay cool, stay grounded, Fool. Look at all the major arcana cards here. Hanged Man, Ace of Swords, Page of Cups, and the outcome is the Star. Oh boy. This has to do with people in power. Their secrets are coming out. And it's almost like, I almost get this sense of like the Hanged Man, like all the money and whatever they got in their pockets, like falling out of their pockets. Uranus can hit the markets, especially in Taurus. So there's something about all the money falling out of their pockets, all of their power being like cut down to size, becoming a page again. Okay. This new path is very healing for the collective. Wow. So this energy here about for us is about to stay grounded, do your spiritual practices, do your healing work. What is the truth that's trying to come out here? Oh, Page of Cups. Young people, children. Justice. Ten of Pentacles. Page of Swords. Messages about money. We'll be able to, as a collective, see the future a lot more clearly. Can't show you that because there's nudity on the card. Okay, so there's definitely justice coming. You don't need to know how to read tarot to see that. Justice, Ten of Pentacles, Page of Swords. Messages about money, children. You can fill in the blank. So stay grounded. All right, my love. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.